Hi everyone, this is Sandy Wilhelmina. You're back at the Ryan Homestead Farm, and I've got some things to show you and news that we will be bringing a few things to Angela and Carol's live sale on Thursday the 18th. So I hope we'll see you there. And we had a request at the last one for French things, and I have a bunch, but I'm only going to show you a few. This book is French composition. I'll just dive right in here. I already did this video once and I forgot to turn on the camera. Funny how that works. This is 1909 and it has English translations and lots of French stuff. So that will be coming along, and there's a little note here. I have not translated, but hopefully it's polite. That's the only markings I found in the book. And the auction this week, this is not from the auction, but we'll put it here, was at Primrose Winery in New Glarus, and it was an online auction, but I was lucky enough to meet the owner. He and his wife retired, and they've been working for about a year and a half, 2 years to sell the business and all of the stuff and the building. And it's kind of sad. They've been a mainstay in New Glarus. They were famous for wine, and they also did this thing in the spring where, making sure you can see everything, where you could bring in your rhubarb, because you know everybody has a ton of that, and then at the end of the season you would get in return a bottle of their rhubarb wine. Very popular, and I'm guessing they had rhubarb out the bazinga. So this, I think I'm going to put up a packet. I have some other Red Cross things, textbooks of swimming and lifeguarding, and this one is for juniors, so I went ahead and picked it up. It's got some, I need to try and clean it up some more. But it was well loved and used, and it was in St. Boniface School, Manitowoc, Wisconsin, grade 8. And it's from 1949. It has hilarious graphics that you could use for other things, illustrations, I suppose I should call them. And there are a little bit of anecdotes throughout in pencil that you could erase. That's the only thing I saw. I think someone was bored in their class. It's a very cool page. Please excuse my hands. I have been working with ink, and oh my gosh, I just realized how awful they look. So that is that. That will be a part of a future pack of papers and such. He also had this German, what I believe is a Bible. It's got a beautiful, beautiful cover. You could turn that around to the front of it or anything. The binding is kaput, but look how they always used every bit of paper they had, because they used this in the binding from another book. Maybe an extra page or something that went wrong. And only the front few pages are for Jillian tearing. This is from 1872. It's very pretty and aged. It's thinner paper like you would see in a Bible. It's all sewn in. And the signatures are fine. The paper is fine. Once you get past like the first front 10 or so. But I'll do a little more research on this before the sale. And I have another book coming. This is a crime novel in French. And it is a paperback. It has some fragile paper. And I forget where the date was in the back. It has deckled edges, and what happens to those when the paper is thin anyway, this is 1932, is they get kind of You can see it shedding as we look through it. But the pages are fine. They're sewn in, so you wouldn't have to try and tear them out. And it's all in French. So you need to learn French before you read it, because there's not any translations. I had another auction box for a different one, and this was just tucked in the bottom. I think it's adorable. It definitely needs to be in a journal. Another thing I am going to try, and I will need you all to help me out with this one. I always see these huge rolls of film, and it's so sad that it's just sitting there. And this is called Keeping the Fleet at Sea. And I have no idea how old this is, but isn't that cool? So I'm going to need your help so we can come up with some really great ideas for this. It's not, doesn't tear, so it could be a page edge. Let's put our thinking caps on, because I sure have enough here to share, if you would like. Let me know enough. Maybe, I don't know, by the yard. Who knows? Something. And we went to the tiny thrift store by Jenny's Farm. And I'm kind of sad about this because my friend Jenny, we've been friends for over 20 years, and she's my, we go thrifting partner, and usually once a week. But she's moving to Massachusetts to be closer to her family, and I'm going to be so bummed when she goes. She's planning to get her animals and everything out to her new farm by winter, so I'm dragging her all over the place until then. I'm going to all our favorite places and some places we never have been that we said we were going to. And I found this lace there. And it kind of looks like maybe it was for a slip, or that kind of little bit of, I don't know, doll clothes, baby clothes. So that's what it looks like. Whoop. And there are tons of it. So I am probably going to just put them into some yardage bundles, and I will bring them to the sale if you think that you're interested. There's a lot. So I didn't see anything that said what the content is. It just says jet black. And I don't know where it's from either. So I'll bring these. These are the gummed labels we all like. I'm sure they're probably not sticky anymore, but look at that cute box. These were at the little thrift store, and I didn't know what they were, but don't they look cool? It says, boy, my eyes are bad. What does that say? I don't know. I'll have to look with my little looking glass, my Sherlock Holmes thing. So I brought them home. They followed me home, and I come to find out that they are buttonhole scissors. How cool is that? So those will be coming, because some sewer that collects needs those. This was tucked in the lid of a little box that came from a different auction, and it's written 1906 on it, but I don't know if that's I don't know. It's just written on there. Maybe when they put it in the top of the box. And it's for garland stoves and ranges. It's in terrible shape. It will come apart if I try to use it. So my new scanner and some, I'm trying to do some printables with some of this fun old stuff I have. And this is the Michigan Stove Company advertising. A written guarantee with every garland stove. So that, you can watch for that. I just thought it was so pretty. I didn't know what was in there. Bought a box of stuff and it was in the bottom. Then, I already opened this because I already did this video once. So I'm going to pretend it's got a pretty bow and everything. So, we're cheating. I'm cheating. Not an old key. Sorry silk tie. And this is a very old hand-blown glass bead. It came from Jody's mom, who you probably all have heard about 50 million times, from her seamstress collection of things. There were some really fun things. This is a photo cover, and these would open like kind of like the tent menus on the restaurant tables and just kind of stand up on their own. And so I decided, I have so many of them and really great pictures inside, that I would find a way to use them. And this is in the works, but I thought I would share it. So it opens like a envelope, and yet I have to be careful because I can't do my usual gator mouthing with things. So these are the lovely girls. I think they're sisters. I have a couple other pictures that came with this that they're younger and older, of the same pose. So I figured a little bit of old lace would work, and then it's a tuck spot. You have to have something a little substantial or it does kind of scoot out. And then this is a vintage shoelace, and the picture was from Cross Plains, Wisconsin. This is just a clear pocket. So when you take everything out, I need to put a little divot in there so that it's so hard to get things out. It's like it's not even there. Ha! I'll put those back in later. So I think it would be a fun art notebook or something for when you're out and about to write things down. This is one of my paper clips. This is dyed paper from my friend Leah Brannon. I usually get dyed paper from others because I don't take time to do it. This is vellum. That folds out. This folds out. I probably should have put it in the other way, but I wanted something pretty to show. And some different papers. So I think it would be a fun project journal. Just something little you can take with you. And this is from a library book. We go to the McHenry Library in Illinois, where my mom lives, twice a year to their book sale, and it's amazing. And this is really sturdy, so you could take out pages and use this as a backboard to write on, which I thought was kind of fun. So it just folds up like an envelope. I've been working on that. It needs some adjustments. And what else have I done? I don't think that there's much else to put on this video. Oh wait, maybe I will show you this one. This will be at the sale too. A first course in French. Downer and Knickerbocker. Has some illustrations. This is thinner paper, but it's in perfect shape. 1922. There are a few illustrations here and there. And the binding is fine. Everything is fine. When Mr. Primrose Winery was talking to me, he was helping me carry things out to my car, and he was so sweet. He's got 800 books. Oh my gosh, right? All old, from the early 1800s on. And it's been a collection that his family has put together over all this time. And he will be selling them at some point, or some of them, so he's going to call me. Wink, wink. I hope he does. But I asked him why there were so many, and some of the other ones, there's a lot of names written. And he said that back in the day, when people were finished reading a book, they would sign it, and then it would go to the next person. When they were done, they signed it. And so all those people that you find sometimes, the lists of people that have signed the book, I guess it was kind of like a library checkout, so that the first person got their book back. I'm not sure. I'd never heard that, but I thought that was really interesting. So that will be at the sale. I feel like I'm forgetting things, but there's more videos. I can always do more. And I have stuff sitting all around me, of course. Oh, what do I want to show you next? Been thrifting and out at auctions and bought a few things from friends. Here's one. My great niece is first grade now. Sorry if I'm wrong, Fiona. And she is doing ballet. She's been in ballet for quite a while and she just loves it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this book. I might make a bunch of cards because she loves to get mail. So I can send her cards about ballet. I don't know. It's a really cute book. The illustrations are amazing. I love that one. I'm not sure if she would like the book or not. It's kind of a, well, that girl reads at like 3rd grade level, so I'm sure she would probably. But isn't this fun? I like to send her packages in the mail. Ta-da! So as usual, I'm pretty scattered, and I'm glad you stopped by. Oh goodness, make sure you stop off to see our Christmas in July 2024. I'll put the links down below because we've been doing Secret Santa things for the month of July, and the videos are just coming out as the packages arrive to people. So make sure you have a look because it sure is a fun thing. There's a contest involved, and you can find out about that at Carol at Crinkled Paths channel. And I'm going to take my addled brain and hopefully keep going with videos. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And the sheep send smooches, lots of them.